Title: People Who Don't Lose Themselves, The Psychology of Quiet Strength. Even in the noise of the world, there are people who remain unshaken. People who live through quiet choices rather than loud words. They are calm but not weak. In fact, they are stronger because they are quiet. Today's topic is precisely about this: quiet strength. We often realize how difficult it is to stay true to ourselves and maintain our center. The world constantly pushes us to make choices, to compare ourselves, to become better, and to stay busy. But among the chaos, some people walk at their own pace, living life in their own way. These are not weak individuals. In fact, they are the ones who possess the courage, will, and inner strength necessary to protect themselves. In this script, we'll explore what great minds in modern psychology, philosophy, and humanity say about authenticity, self-esteem, boundaries, and the power of inner resilience. 1. What it means to stay true to yourself. Schopenhauer once said, "Most people live according to the expectations and perceptions of others. But the philosopher listens to the voice within." This philosopher is not just a scholar. It is anyone who contemplates life on their own terms and values their own standards above the gaze of others. Staying true to oneself is not about being selfish. It is about not being swayed by external standards and knowing what truly matters to you. Modern psychology explains this through the concept of self-concept. A person with a solid self-concept is not easily shaken by outside evaluations, like a tree with deep roots. But this sense of self doesn't form overnight. It is the crystallization of countless disappointments, failures, and wanderings. Socrates, the Greek philosopher, said, "Know thyself." This is not only the beginning of self-awareness, but the first step toward a long journey of authenticity. In modern society, we're bombarded with standards: what makes a good person, a successful person, a desirable life. But the real question we must ask before accepting these standards is, who am I? Those who stay true to themselves may waver, but they do not break. They seek answers not from the world, but from within. 2. What is quiet strength? We often associate strength with power, assertiveness, or charisma. But quiet strength is different. Psychologist Susan Cain wrote in Quiet, "Introverts may speak less, but that doesn't mean they lack depth. They observe the world from a place of inner richness." Quiet strength is the ability to express yourself without raising your voice. It is the power to hold on to your beliefs without confrontation. Philosopher Alain de Botton said, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to move forward despite it." Quiet strength is not about overpowering others. It comes from a respectful stance toward both oneself and others. Such strength might appear soft and gentle outwardly, but it is rooted in unwavering principles and values. Lao Tzu said in the Tao Te Ching, "Softness overcomes hardness." Like water, flexible yet persistent enough to wear down rock. This is the essence of quiet strength. These individuals may feel righteous anger but do not rely on violence. Even when hurt, they look inward rather than blame others. Their strength lies in humility. It may be invisible, but it brings deep trust and stability. 3. Boundaries, the psychological fence that protects us. To maintain authenticity, we need boundaries. Psychological boundaries help us define where our responsibility ends and where another's begins. Psychologist Brené Brown says, "Setting boundaries isn't cold. It's necessary for warm, loving relationships." We often break our boundaries to be nice people. But if that kindness exhausts us, it becomes self-sacrifice. People with healthy boundaries do not lose themselves in relationships. They help without overburdening, empathize without being overwhelmed. Such boundaries may feel uncomfortable at times, but they are essential for sustaining long-lasting, healthy relationships. Boundaries become clearer when you know who you are. People without boundaries often confuse their emotions with those of others. Those with strong boundaries take responsibility for their feelings and respect those of others. This isn't selfishness, it's respectful distance based on understanding. For self-esteem doesn't shout. Self-esteem isn't measured by how loudly you speak. Quiet self-esteem appears modest on the outside but is grounded in deep self-acceptance. Psychologist Nathaniel Branden defines self-esteem as the confidence in our ability to cope with life's challenges and the belief that we deserve happiness. People with self-esteem know their worth even without external validation. They don't need to convince others or prove themselves. They are enough. Self-esteem allows us to choose silence. It helps us realize we don't need to explain ourselves or compare ourselves to others. Philosopher Immanuel Kant said that every human being has dignity and is an end in itself. That means we should never become a mere means to others, but recognize our intrinsic worth. Self-esteem is the practice of this belief. It is the deep trust that we are meaningful even without others' approval. 5. Living a life of quiet strength. So how can we practice quiet strength in our lives? Take 10 minutes each day to check in with your emotions. Amid a busy life, self-reflection strengthens inner resilience. Prioritize your values over others' expectations. When making a decision, ask, what do I really want? Don't be afraid to say no. Refusing isn't rejection, it's a way to preserve healthy relationships. Don't fear quiet moments. In silence, we meet our true selves. Create a simple daily routine. It brings stability and boosts self-efficacy and autonomy. Celebrate others' growth. Comparison fosters anxiety, but encouragement promotes mutual growth. Connect deeply with just one person who truly understands you. Authentic relationships provide quiet courage. Schopenhauer once said, "Great minds develop in quiet rooms." In this noisy world, we must learn to live quietly yet firmly. That is the essence of preserving our authentic selves and the psychology of quiet strength. At the end of today, I hope your inner self feels a little more grounded. You who are calm but unbreakable are already beautiful just as you are.